Hey everybody, I'm Nate Comp from Dymecast, and I grew up in the era of information starvation. When I started playing, a quality musical education was something that you really had to dig for by transcribing from your favorite records and seeking out the best music books and studying directly with experienced teachers. Now, learning guitar like this taught me the value of patience and focus, and it forced me to accept the fact that real musical growth requires guidance and humility. Now, that's very different from today's world, where the magic of the internet has made it possible to access an endless amount of musical information with just a single click. But the downside of that instant access is that information starvation has now been replaced by information indigestion. Okay, guitar players are now drowning in content, and for many of them, it has kind of wrecked their focus. The issue is no longer finding enough to learn, it's knowing how to sort through everything to figure out what's worth learning in the first place. And if you can't distinguish useful guidance from endless noise, then information gluttony is just going to slow you down instead of helping you move forward. Your lack of progress does not come from lack of talent. And the problem isn't that you don't care enough or that you're not capable enough. The problem is bouncing from video to video and calling that practicing. The thing that I've seen so many times with students is that forward progress is usually ruined by distraction, confusion, and information overload. In fact, the majority of the students that Byron and I teach come to us not because they are hungry for more ideas, but because they are starved for direction. After 30 years of teaching music and working with hundreds of students, I can tell you that the players who improve the most are the ones who do these four things. They study the right kind of musical content in the right order. They follow a realistic and consistent practice routine. They get feedback and constructive criticism from an experienced teacher, and they hold themselves accountable, but most importantly, they enjoy the process, okay? You don't need more music theory sitting in your head. You need the ability to actually apply things to the instrument. And you don't need more ideas competing for your attention. You need action and accountability and structure. Real musical growth comes from knowing what to trust and what to ignore, and what to focus on long enough to actually improve. Now, I personally think that modern technology is amazing, but there is still nothing better than real human connection. And the only way to get the experience of real-life interaction and honest communication is by studying with a great teacher. If you want to get better, you need someone who can turn all of that information into wisdom. And a great teacher will help you see your blind spots, and they will push you to do the kinds of work that turns your practice into real progress. Most importantly, a great teacher will help you to avoid wasted time and help you get back to what really matters, which is making real meaningful progress as a musician. At the end of the day, essentially you have two options. Option number one, find a great teacher and learn from someone who can guide your growth properly. Option number two is to just keep on scrolling and sucking. Now, I know that sounds harsh, so let's finish on a positive note. I sincerely believe that you can be a lot more than who you are right now, but real transformation is a choice, and that choice is completely up to you. If this video was helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.